Maybe this is just a false title to keep us from actually watching the film? Maybe this is really Orson Welles' original cut of The Magnificent Ambersons? Probably not. Gosh, they're so overdramatic. Stop telling me how to feel.
Acoustics is the science that deals with sound.
The taxonomy of farts and whistles.
In this film, we will interpret some of the basic principles of acoustics.
Principles like Seymour Skinner and Richard Belding.
Invisible waves of sound behave much like visible waves of water.
Oh, we're doing this, huh?
When water is disturbed, waves form that move away from the center of disturbance.
This is called the pee-pee effect.
The waves move until they strike an obstacle and are reflected back, or until their energy is dissipated.
Friend, I'm already there.
Sound waves travel in a similar manner. Sound in air travels about 1,100 feet a second. Since light waves move much faster than sound waves, the cause of a sound may be seen before the sound is heard.
Avalanches are nature's ventriloquists. Well, I read about that explosion on Twitter before the sound reached me.
Reflected sounds are called echoes.
Echoes?
Echoes, particularly indoors, are not distinct because the successive reflected waves interfere with the original wave.
Interference, that's a penalty.
Upon striking an obstacle, such as a wall, part of the wave's energy changes into heat. Part passes through the obstacle, and part is reflected.
Is this Dolby
The
Atmos?
dashed lines represent reflected waves that are nearly dissipated. You have been hearing this explanation under nearly ideal conditions.
You call this ideal?
If the walls of a room are lined with a hard, non-absorbing material, they reflect most of the sound waves.
Welcome to Reverb City.
The sound in a room of this kind is distorted because the reflected waves pass back and forth from wall to wall many times before they are dissipated.
Now you can sing like Phil Collins.
If the walls are covered with some thick, porous material, they absorb much of the energy of the sound waves.
If the walls are covered with blood, get out of there.
Sound produced under this condition lacks the live quality that usually characterizes indoor speech.
What?
The live quality is lost because there is so little reflection.
Not all bands sound great live.
Audible sounds are transmitted to the brain by the ear.
What?
Sound waves first reach the outer ear.
You know, that disgusting flesh nugget on the side of your face.
This is the part of the ear that collects sound waves and directs them to the eardrum.
Where they are categorized as a jam, a groove, or a slap.
Changes in pressure caused by sound waves affect the eardrum as they would affect any other diaphragm.
Hey, that's a different
So
movie.
the pressure changes caused by longitudinal waves of sound in air or in fluid cause the eardrum to vibrate.
And that's how podcasts work.
Just beyond the eardrum is a cavity called the middle ear. In this part of the ear are the three small bones that transmit vibrations of the eardrum to the inner ear.
It's like a Clive Barker nightmare.
The inner ear, which is spiral in shape, is filled with fluid. When the bones of the middle ear vibrate, the vibrations are transmitted to this fluid.
It's like a snail rooster.
Within the spiral-shaped inner ear is a membrane in which nerve endings of the auditory nerve are located.
This is your body's first defense against imagined dragons.
Vibrations in the fluid excite these nerve endings and transmit nerve impulses along the auditory nerve to the brain.
And right out the other
When
side.
the sound wave impulses arrive at the brain, the person experiences the sensation of hearing.
Unfortunately, they're at Coachella. Oh, or church, apparently.
In singing, the overtones of the highest note may reach about 7,500 vibrations a second. These sound waves, of course, are audible.
Audible hopes you have enjoyed this boys' choir. Uh-oh, they're flatlining.
The oscilloscope can also reveal sounds that are not audible to our ears. One way to produce inaudible sounds
SPD.
is to use an audio oscillator.
Use only genuine oscillator
First,
parts.
the dials are turned through the range of audible sound.
Ooh, we are now on the Mariah Carey spectrum.
Now the oscillator is producing a 30,000 cycle sound. We can't hear it, but this is how it looks on the oscilloscope screen.
Ooh, cartoon shark teeth.
And here's a 50,000 cycle sound. Such frequencies above the range of hearing are supersonic or ultrasonic sounds.
Double super secret ultrasonic.
Supersonic devices, called sonar, are used to detect objects underwater. Wartime detection may lead to the destruction of enemy submarines.
Detect equals blow up, I guess.
In the air, the supersonic sound barrier has been overcome, so that speeds greater than the speed of sound are now attained.
At last, mankind can outrun Panic at the Disco.
Acoustical research progresses on many fronts.
Examples?
For example, this room, called an anechoic chamber,
Thank you.
is constructed to absorb nearly all sound waves. The absorbent materials are packed into cones.
Hey, isn't this where the words "the prophets" are
In
written?
this room, engineers can test the acoustical properties of microphones, loudspeakers, and other equipment with almost no interference from echoes.
Alexa, off.
The results of acoustical research can be applied to all kinds of situations involving sound.
Like the end of a movie, for
Principles of
example.
acoustics are of particular significance, for it is through the application of these principles that sounds are transmitted from their sources to the listener.
I guess it's up to you if you want to feel anything or react in any way. Personally, I wouldn't recommend it. Thank you for watching. Fun with Shorts is made possible by Patreon and viewers like these. For as little as $1 per video, you can see early and exclusive shorts. Also, please check out the newly updated funwithshorts.com for the latest video downloads, DVDs, and, at long last, merch. Okay, that's the end. Bye.